In this video, we will showcase the hands-free voice-activated technology within the MxMobile Suite of Apps by demonstrating Realwear integration using the MxAsset app. All right, now if I say My Programs, I can see all of the different A3J apps here that we've been talking about. The one that we're going to look at is MxAsset. Mute microphone. Now, what MxAsset is it is an application that allows equipment operators to really interact with the equipment that they're in charge of making sure is functional, right? So there's a couple use cases that I want to show, and then we'll get into some of these controls and how they work from a hands-free perspective. The first use case is if I'm an operator, I can walk up to a piece of equipment, scan a barcode, and then maybe do things like look at the work order history associated with that asset, look at any attachments, spare parts, etc. I can even create a work order using this tool. Really neat stuff. So let's go ahead and do that. So the first thing I'm going to say is scan barcode. We got a little handy barcode here. Goes ahead and finds the asset that I'm looking for, and I can then say view record 1. Now, what you're going to see here are details about this asset. If I say view history, I can look at all the historical work orders here. Scroll down. So these are just a number of work orders that have been written against this asset in the past. Scroll top. I can also say view attachments and open document 1. Let's see if we've got one attachment here. It's just a picture of the pump. Navigate back. View asset. So again, this is just information that we're seeing about the asset that is useful for the equipment operator who's in charge of making sure that this pump is running. Mute microphone. So a couple things here to notice, and what you're going to see is that we've got a few things going on. I'll try and point them out with my mouse. But you can see here we've got icons. These are ion segment buttons across the top here. But we have not only the icon, but the actual text, which represents the voice command to say in order to trigger that button in that screen. Plus up top, you can see we also have text underneath buttons that would typically be standard navigation icons, like the menu button or the back arrow or the next or previous icons on the right-hand side. If we look at the app in a standard mobile device, which I'll do here by casting my phone to the screen. Actually, I have a phone in my hand here. Pull this over. So what I'll do is launch MxAsset. And we can even use the native camera to scan the barcode. Go ahead and grab that same asset record. And what you'll see are the differences, right? So up here, we've got the icons with no text beneath. We've got menu buttons and navigation icons up here. These are all obviously standard mobile controls and UI functions that we're able to leverage on a mobile phone or a tablet, right? But you can see, obviously, some care that we've taken in wanting to put specific voice commands to those actions in our Realwear app. And click on the open book icon and click on the attachments. And you can see here those list items are just standard list items in iOS, right? With none of the buttons, none of the open document 1 buttons on the right-hand side that tell you what to say to trigger that list item. You simply touch it as you're used to doing with any sort of smartphone or tablet. Again, we were just trying to keep it as uniform as possible across both of these platforms. Okay, so back in action, a couple other things we could do. If I say go home and menu button, routes, I can say choose route 4, and it's going to pull down a route for me to go do an inspection on. So for example, I can say view record 1 to start with the first record in the list. Now I can say view meters and scroll bottom. So here's a list of meters that we're tracking in the Maximo system against this asset. And I can start by saying enter readings 1, navigate back, scroll bottom. You can see here we've got some information to show us what to do. I can say enter reading, and now just say the words. So I can say 4200, which would equate to 4200 PSI for the instrument reading. Navigate back, and create meter reading. So I've just entered 4200 PSI for the outlet pressure for the pump and recorded that in the system all hands-free. Now, if we go back down, scroll bottom, you can see I've got a couple of different types of meters. We can do gauge type meters, which is really just sort of fluctuating numerical values. And we can even see that if I say enter readings 1, view, scroll down. You can see here just a list of historical readings. Scroll top. Now, if I say trend, scroll bottom, you can see the values on a trend chart. So I can sit here and actually look at the trend values or historical values for the outlet pressure in PSI while standing right in front of the equipment. So super useful, super cool, all just by using my voice. Go back. All right. Lastly here, I'm going to say enter readings 4. Scroll bottom. Create. Okay, so what we're looking at here is a thermal camera temperature reading meter. If I scroll down, and I've got the ability to have an extra button there at the bottom. I'm going to say launch thermal camera. Okay. And now I've actually got the ability to look at equipment using a thermal camera. And this is really useful for technicians to see if equipment is running hot, see if there's any particular problems that they might not see with the naked eye. So I can hover my thermal camera here over the image and say take photo, which will then capture the new reading back into the app. I can say create meter reading, and that reading goes off to Maximo. Scroll bottom, and you can see it registered down there, 118 degrees Fahrenheit. Thanks for watching this video from A3J Group and the MxMobile Suite of Apps. For more information, you can go to our website at a3jgroup.com or connect with us on LinkedIn or Twitter. For inquiries, email info@a3jgroup.com or give us a call at 877-235-4774.